Let's get started. And remember, this is all just satire.
Diary of a Mad Liberal Woman. This is a LibriVox reading. You can find this on audiobooks and Amazon's Audible. Read to you by an alt-right troll, as proclaimed by Newsweek. A non-exhaustive guide to ableist language to avoid. Happy Disability Pride Month. TW Ableism. Thread. R-word. Starting off easy, hopefully. This exclusionary slur has been used to imply that lack of intelligence is a lack of humanity. Say it with me. Intelligence is not a basis for respect. There are those who reclaim this slur, but it's best not to use it against anyone.
Hello, welcome to 2021, where intelligence to the stupid is oppression.
Smooth brain. Lissencephaly is a generic brain disorder in which someone lacks folds in their cerebral cortex, but people use this phrase as an insult to imply a lack of intelligence. Say it with me again. Intelligence is not a basis for respect.
Stu, you want me to read this and not reply to it, Stu? It's too hard. Intelligence is a basis of respect. Would you rather follow the dude who knows what to do and say, I don't know, a dystopian nightmare future where nuclear bombs went off and it's like Fallout 4, and there's a guy who's literally like MacGyver, but he's a little smug. But if you stay with him, you'll live. Or you can go with the guy who's wearing his pants on backwards and is chewing on an irradiated rock who says, I saw water down the road.
Touching grass. This phrase is used to imply someone has lost touch with reality and just needs to go outside. This is ableistic.
Sorry, Stu, I almost puked in my mouth. Let's take that one again.
This is ableistic because there are many people who physically cannot go outside, and there are people who have lost touch with reality, but this doesn't mean that they don't deserve respect.
I've been in a psych ward. This woman is wrong. Or man, forgive me. And this new I missed a psych ward. There was more just stability in that insane asylum than there is now in 2021. I understand, Stu. This is supposed to be an audio reading. Forgive me. I'm just saying, I've been to a psych ward.
Insane/crazy. Aside from being an ableist insult against those with mental illness, this is used to imply something is unbelievable. This connotation is incredibly harmful. Instead of saying an experience was crazy, try using the word wild instead.
How much are we going to pay for this? It depends on if we're demonetized or not. Okay, yeah. So we're not getting paid at all. I'm wasting an afternoon is what you're telling me. I had a girl get me in trouble with the Jersey police. So instead of saying it was a crazy situation with an unstable woman, I just should have said it was wild. The police who pulled the gun on me was wild. The car chase was wild. Okay. She made wild decisions with her financial choices. Yes, I get cotton mouth when I read something stupid, Stu.
TW classism, racism. Can't read. Implying someone is misunderstanding you because they can't read is racist, classist, and ableist. They might not be fluent in the language. They might not understand your vocab. They might be blind. And also, intelligence is not a basis of respect.
Yeah, why don't you get your car repaired by a 5-year-old then? See what little Timmy has to say. Put some Play-Doh in your goddamn filter. All right. Is Play-Doh, Stu? Whatever. I was a kid 1 billion years ago. I didn't get Play-Doh as a kid. What, you're not surprised I had a bad childhood, Stu?
Lame. This word historically meant having difficulty walking, but people now use it to imply something is boring or not fun. Say what you mean instead of using ableist language. Dumb. This term has been used to imply those who are nonverbal are lacking in intelligence. There is no correlation between being nonverbal and intelligence. And using this as an insult is ableist. And also, intelligence is not a basis for respect. Mentally 4 years old, this rhetoric has been used to infantilize those with development delays and allow conservatorships of grown adults. Development delays do not negate age. A 30-year-old is a 30-year-old and is an adult no matter what development delays they may have.
The only time I heard of conservatorship is like Britney Spears' father having control over her life, because the bitch went like stone cold crazy a few years back. Remember when Britney Spears shaved her head off? You probably don't. The world was a better place back then. Anyway, Britney Spears shaved her hair off and just went nuts. And she was like a wild animal in like the window of this store. She was like showing her teeth and had her fingers like she was gonna claw him up like a werewolf. Then she married a dancer, Kevin Federline, who fleeced her for money. So, I don't know, I don't care. Free Britney, I don't give a shit if she has kids that drops dead. You can quote me on that. Let her do what the fuck she wants. She's an old bitch now.
OCD. It's not cute to say you're OCD if you're not. This disorder causes real struggles for people, and it's not just about being neat or tidy. In fact, a lot of OCD people struggle with organization. Don't trivialize OCD struggles by using this for yourself if you're not OCD.
Is this shit not OCD, this whole thing? This goes on for a while still. This is like a book. Diary of a mad liberal woman who's probably a man now. And you gotta respect it or else you get in trouble.
Bipolar. Many people use this to mean someone has mood swings, but mood swings are not exclusive to bipolar. This is real disorder, and it has a huge impact on people. It doesn't deserve to be trivialized because you're feeling moody.
Every girl I've ever met that said she was bipolar, in my opinion, was bipolar. Any woman that could go from sobbing to laughing hysterically like the Joker and grabbing you is bipolar in my book. 1 minute she loves you, the next minute she leaves you for a married man. And then she's like, well, you didn't tell me you loved me soon enough. Like, you bipolar nutty bitch. All right. I'm sorry, Stu.
Hysterical. This term has a horrible history in discrediting people with uteruses. Now, most people use it in conjunction with humor. He was hysterical. Hysterical laughter, etc. It's easy to replace this. He was hilarious. Wild with laughter. Laughing with abandon, etc. Crippling. Cripple. This is an ableist slur that has been reclaimed by many in the physically disabled community, myself included. No, your anxiety is not crippling. It is debilitating. TW abuse, narcissist. NPD is a disorder that has a huge impact on people. Not every narcissist is an abuser. In fact, they are more likely to have been abused. Narcissist is one of the most widely given armchair diagnoses. Just because someone is self-obsessed or self-interested does not mean they have NPD. And throwing the term narcissist around simultaneously demonizes and trivializes NPD.
Yeah, I've dated enough women that were total narcissists to know what it like. How is it a person that's obsessed with themselves and their self-interest is not a narcissist? How does that work? What is this person talking about? I deal with an ex that has become an insane narcissist. She is so in love with herself and her body that she's not the only one. There's this other girl I knew who used to take tons of naked photos of herself and obsess over them. She would look at she would look at slideshows of herself naked. That's narcissism. I'm like, why do you do that? Because, look at me. It's like I have a treasure trove. Like, literally, this chick thought her naked photos were like gold in a box. And frankly, maybe she wasn't wrong, because OnlyFans exists now, and I wouldn't be surprised if that girl is now selling her naked photos. Wouldn't shock me in the least. How many dudes you know have naked photos of themselves that they just look at? You know, they're just scrolling, they have like the phone do like a snapshot thing, and it just scrolls through. It's like, bro, look at my gains.
TW abuse. Psychotic. Psychotic, like me.
Well, there you go.
Experience reality differently than others. This does not mean we are inherently violent or dangerous. We are often more prone to being gaslit and abused than we are to abuse someone else, because it's easy to manipulate our thoughts and reality.
It doesn't take much to gaslight people today. You know what's gaslighting someone? The fact that I'm reading this. This is gaslight enough.
TW autism, Asperger's. This is the name of a literal Nazi who experimented on autistic children and used eugenics to decide which autistics were still valuable to society. There's a reason the DSM no longer uses the term. The proper term to use is autistic. Yeah, we'll tell that to TikTok.
Where basically people on TikTok are self-diagnosing themselves and each other with Asperger's. I had an ex-girlfriend call me one day, and we were talking, and she had a meltdown, and she starts going, I have Asperger's, and autism, and this. And I'm sitting there like, how do you have this? Who told you? Did you see a doctor? No, TikTok told me. And I was just like, where's my pillow, Stu? Edit that out. I want to be PewDiePie. Can I just play Minecraft and get millions of dollars? Can I?
Lazy is an insult. The term is disproportionately used against ADHD people and discounts the fact that many executive dysfunction.
It does say executive dysfunction? What the f*** is an executive dysfunction?
If the task will not result in dopamine, the brain does not want to do the task. It's not laziness. It's a chemical imbalance. Oh, guess what? My sister's chemically balanced then. Okay, queen. I went to my mother's house. Edit this out, Stu. And my sister's drawing in a notepad thingy, like a drawing book. She don't draw, but all of a sudden she does. I pull my mother aside and I go, what's she doing? Because I saw like a grave plot. I thought she was plotting the death of each family member. So I'm going to nip that in the butt right now. And my mother goes, no, she's designing her Halloween party. I'm like, she doesn't have any friends anymore. Because my sister's a pretty big ass. I know people sit there and they try to say I'm an asshole. No, you don't know I know asshole. And she's also designing her $3 million wedding. I'm like, who's she getting married to? And $3 million wedding? Where's she getting the money? Who's the groom? Oh, there is no groom. And the wedding, is when she hits her $1 million lottery or something. Now, whenever you talk to my sister about doing work or something that needs to be done to help someone else in the family, she gets a crazy headache and then has to go lay down and hides in her room. So her laziness has manifested itself into powerful migraines that keep her from working whenever. You think your life sucks? Get a whiff of mine. That's how bad my life reeks. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm having a rough day. And this has triggered me. There. Now I can use the phrase. Yeah, laziness exists, believe me. If we all just didn't do something because it didn't give us serotonin in our brain, society would come to a screeching halt. You think the dude picking up your garbage is getting a serotonin hit every time he picks up your cat's litter? This video is sponsored by Ridge Wallet, making sure that me being on the internet is somewhat profitable. Now I have 2 bags of packaged tuna. These wallets can hold up to 12 cards. They come in 30 different stylistic colors. I'm showing you burnt titanium and 18 karat gold because that's how large I'm living. I'm hood rich. These wallets have over 40,000 5-star ratings. Bulletproof, RFID blocking technology. You could take a chainsaw to it. I don't know why you would, but the option's there if it ever really, if your wife left you and you decided she wasn't even getting your Ridge wallet. Oh wait, no, it would survive the chainsaw. Forget that. Sorry. Go to ridgewallet.com/itsagundam and use their unique promo code itsagundam to save 10% off of your order on your next purchase. Free worldwide shipping and returns if you don't like the wallet.